All right, hello. So in this video here, I'm going to break down exactly how, as a high ticket services business, such as a coach, consultant, staffing agency, selling a service that's 5, 10, 100, or $1 million, that typically takes a lot of trust and referrals and networking in order to sell. I'm going to show you exactly how you can just book more calls and close more deals without having to rely on ads, without having to do SEO and waiting 12 months, without having to rely on the algorithms that are Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and doing content all the time. And you can actually focus on your business, and without having to do intrusive things such as cold calling prospects and cold calling 1,000 people per day, or sending spammy messages into the ether and hoping something sticks. So this is through our proprietary workflow called 360 OS, and this is our system and our service that we have developed over the past 4 years of really just being in this space. And it took us a long time to figure out, but this is what now has allowed for us to book ourselves over 300 meetings in the past year alone. And it has allowed for us to generate $3.2 million in sales pipeline in the past 3 months. So this is across our 15 clients and companies that are working with us here. And we've helped over 40 companies deploy this system, and they are consistently leads and booking deals and closing new clients on their high ticket services. So now, firstly though, before I just break this down step by step, we need to first understand what the heck is happening in the world of marketing for high ticket services providers. And what I want you to know and understand is that we are in a trust recession. And what I mean by this is that the average decision maker, especially those that are sophisticated, especially those that are at larger enterprise sized companies, especially CEOs and C-suite executives, there's so much spam and scam happening due to the advent of democratized technology. So many people's guards have never been higher, and that leads to this network exhaustion that we've been seeing, right? And that's also been leading to the post-pandemic business dips. But then, in regards to some other reasons, though, why everything you've tried has failed, it is because a lot of the times we also completely underestimate the amount of volume and personalization it takes in order to have successful outreach. I tried sending out 1,000 emails, it didn't work. Yeah, it takes like 1,500 just to book one meeting, right? That's the things that we don't really see and understand and haven't really come to terms with, right? So we're looking at the wrong success metrics, and we're just putting in the wrong inputs. And sometimes our websites, our copy, our content is not actually optimized for cold audiences. If so, people would just be coming to your website every single day and booking meetings, and you'd be closing deals from randoms, just clicking buttons on that website that you have there. But if it was optimized for a cold audience, that would be happening. And now, also, I mentioned this before, but decision makers' guards are up, and there tends to be a lack of systematic and measurable lead generation system is implemented for within the companies that have come to us and that we've seen. So now here is the 360 OS agentic workflow, and the very first thing that we do is we do ICP data acquisition. And what we do is we use advanced targeting algorithms, scraping mechanisms, finding people's contact information throughout our enterprise partners, LinkedIn, software, databases, websites, and find 5 to 20,000 triple verified prospects that we know are the exact decision makers, C-suite CEOs in the exact industries, in the exact spaces, selling the exact services that you want to be selling to, right? And then from there, we hyper personalize this through our hyper personalization engine. And we are using deep research agents that we've built out in order to do full breakdowns of exactly what these different companies are doing. What are their newest initiatives? What have they been doing recently? Who they did a new hire as a new chief or head of growth? They just recently expanded into the European market. They just increased their prices. They just received new seed funding. We need more information. Why? Because personalization is the name of successful outreach and of successful sales nowadays, because that is a signal. And through our research that we have validated at Harvard, we're the only agency that can fully say that we have done this and published a 32-page research paper fully breaking down exactly why this works. But through this, it is based on something called signaling theory, right? And basically that says that if you can show that you have done your research and you know what you're talking about and you know me and you're not just a random stranger, there is so much of an increased likelihood of a response for someone really sophisticated, and you're able to get over that trust barrier. So we hyper personalize with 50 different data points and behavioral triggers so that we know exactly what they might be looking for and that there might be relevant pain. Just to show you, we have ran 1 billion OpenAI and agentic tokens in the past month alone, right? In order to find all these different triggers and these personalization points. And that's what allows for us to really get that data in an amazing place to then go to the third thing here, which is multi-channel deployment. And the theory and the reason behind this is we need to be everywhere all at once to every individual potential prospect at the right time. So what we do is we take hyper-personalized email at scale that we create 75 to 100 different email inbox variations of your domain and business so that it doesn't affect your main domain, but it's different variations that Google and Microsoft would not interfere with your main business, right? And we create those variations in order to send personalized messaging based on all of this research and data at scale. And then we fuse that with video, and we fuse that with personalized landing pages, and we fuse that with LinkedIn outreach in a timely and relevant manner. And I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like, because the moment we now take these different email domains, we warm them up, we then centralize them in one place, in one tool, such as Reach Inbox here. And you can see for myself, I have 782 of these, right? And we then centralize all these different emails in one place, and we are sending messaging at scale. And from here, we can see who's a lead, who's interested, who a meeting was booked with, and who a meeting was completed with, and who we closed, right? And that's what's allowed for us, again, to book those 300 plus meetings for ourselves over the past year and the 3 million in sales pipeline in the past 3 months. It is because of the relevance of these triggers. So now the moment we send a piece of messaging and a resource, it's not just, hey, book a meeting with me right now. It is value-based consultative selling. And that is what it takes. It takes being able to provide something for free potentially and in the front end. It takes being able to send a free resource or a video explaining the process. And the moment that happens, what we do is we actually create a fully personalized sales funnel for that individual. So we film one video one time as a mini like VSL, right? A video sales letter. And then we personalize that out for that prospect. So we build 20,000 of these. Right? Again, this is high touch we're talking about here. If these are $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 packages we're selling here, so it should be that we go the extra mile for these different prospects that we're going after. So creating a personalized video, scrolling on their website for the first few seconds here, that we use some AI for, and then from here it snaps into the main pitch of whatever your services are. And from there, the moment this individual, for example, Derek here, would interact with this site from, just scrolling to watching any percentage of the video to coming all the way down here where it says, you're already down here, Derek, might as well schedule a call. The moment they interact with this, full triggers send out to the entire RMA team saying, this individual is now educated, go and message them on LinkedIn and follow up at a relevant time. And this is what happens. And basically, we receive a full trigger an automation flow that we already set up within a Slack agent that gives us all that data, that person's information, loads in their LinkedIn, and creates a personalized message for them right here that we can just very quickly copy and send right away. So from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., we are monitoring those inboxes in live time so that the moment someone interacts, a trigger happens, we can go and actually message them. And that is how you build pipeline, ladies and gentlemen. meeting booked, right? And this is what we then do at scale. And we are already coordinating the meetings and essentially just looking at your calendar, seeing the times that you're available and booking them right in on your behalf, right? And it is as if you were the person having the conversation. It is not Nariel having that conversation for you. It is essentially your email that we essentially already answered that prospect very, very quickly. And then from there, the beautiful and amazing thing about this system is that it is based on these amazing, one, sales and marketing principles, but then two, it is based on machine learning. So we only get better day by day as data gets better, as speed gets better, and as our technology just continues to get better in order to deploy this system. And that is what has allowed for us to run 9 million plus, automations. This system's monitoring itself, and that we're monitoring it 24/7, a continuous learning loop. And that's how we've been able to build pipeline for over 40 different companies now and consulted over 160 different high ticket firms. And really, just every 90 days, we are generating over $3 million in sales pipeline for ourselves and for our clients, and have booked meetings with the likes of McKinsey, Bain, BCG, Northwell, and some of the biggest companies in the world using the same exact strategy. And that's what's allowed for even us to scale past six figures within our own company. So this is the process, this is the system, and this is what agentic marketing and personalization at scale truly looks like. And before I end this here, just a little bit of context as to who I am and, and why are you listening to this guy? So I'm Nariel Lewis. I'm the founder and CEO here at Rebel Media Agency. I have been spending the past several years failing, testing, iterating until I finally found something that could really, truly, and successfully work for high ticket services as I was building my own marketing consultancy and I was helping many different others in this space. And we've tried it all and it never worked for us until we really truly came up with this system that is so high touch. This is not something that we found in a box and copied. This is right, not SaaS software, but it is a full system that we have deployed, that we have invested, tens and tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars now into perfecting in order to really just give those who partner with us, our clients, the few that we try and take on every single month, the absolute best results on a performance basis, as we do typically a revenue share and setup fee contract. So we don't just generate leads, we build predictable revenue engines that scale with your business. And really, as I've been growing this year, we have been able to use a lot of the research that I have been doing as I study economics and marketing at Harvard in order to empirically test this. And it has been absolutely an amazing experience across all of our clients. And really, apart from this here, it is not just working with me, but it is working with a really amazing expert team that has allowed for this to be possible. In the program, you have a customer success team, an outbound team, and a tech team that allows for us to do this because it is so high touch, super personalized, and but it works. And that's what it takes to master your marketing in this time and this day and age here.